Hello, my name is Sean. Welcome to Buy, Sell, and Destroy. And we haven't done this for a while, but today we're going to be playing this game with a few track weapons. The brand new Porsche 935, aka the Moby Dick, the Lamborghini Essenza SCV12, and the Bugatti Bolide. I guess you can call this the VW edition. Now let's get into some of the specs, starting with the Moby Dick. This car has 700 horsepower out of a twin turbocharged V6, made it to that famous PDK gearbox. Underneath all that carbon fiber is the last generation 991 GT2 RS, which is one of the best available supercars / sports cars on the market. And believe it or not, even though there's a lot of weight savings going on with this car, it is the heaviest car out of the three cars here today, and it's also the most affordable and the least limited, with over 70 units being built. Next we have the Lamborghini Essenza with 820 horsepower. This is the most powerful naturally aspirated Lamborghini ever, and this is technically a race car, so it has a 6-speed sequential gearbox, which is totally different from the gearbox that is in the Aventador, which this car is based on. And Lamborghini hasn't really given any official numbers about the top speed, but it is based on the Aventador, so we're thinking around 217 miles per hour, while the 0 to 60 time is about 2.6, give or take, seeing what this car is based on. Now, there's only gonna be 40 some variants of this car, and let's just say they're all probably sold out, with the price around $2 or $3 million. And next we have the emperor of the track, the lightest, the fastest, the most powerful car on today's list. This car has over 1,800 horsepower, which is more horsepower than both cars put together. And at 2,753 pounds, this is the lightest car on today's track, and it's a 1-to-1 as of yet. We don't know how many they're gonna make. There's only one available, and I'm gonna say it's priceless. They haven't said how much it costs, but with a 310 mile per hour top speed, I would say this car is completely priceless. It is hard for any car anywhere to compete with the Bugatti Bolide. Now let's talk about styling, starting with the Moby Dick, which pays tribute to the 935 of the 70s, one of Porsche's most legendary rating and winningest race cars. The 935 has the most modest design of all the cars in today's episode. Even with the long wing and massive tail, you can tell that this is a 911. No questions about it. You see it on the track, you see it parked up, you know what you're looking at. And you take a look in the interior, you look at the cockpit, you can tell that this isn't a road car pretending to be a race car. This is a track race car that you can own, and I think that's pretty damn special. The 935 isn't the only car paying homage to a legendary race car. The Bugatti Bolide is also paying homage to the Type 35, the legendary most winningest race car ever produced, with over 1,000 victories in all types of different races. But unlike the Moby Dick, the Bolide takes no design cues from the Type 35. The only thing they have in common are the Bugatti name and the roof height, which is the same. The Bolide design is what I would call extremely different from anything I would expect from a car maker like Bugatti. And I'll just say that they have out Lamborghini with the design of this car. It is truly insane. So insane that I can't even find the words to even describe it to you. I could just throw up pictures and let you see it and witness it for yourself, because you'll be like me, you'll be lost for words. You won't know what to say other than the fact that this car is truly amazing in all aspects, design and capabilities. Now, the Essenza Squadra Corsa V12 doesn't have any linkage to Lamborghini's past racing heritage. This is an all new, somewhat uh, racing car developed mostly by Squadra Corsa. This really is the first car of its kind, the first that go by the FIA's prototype rules. It has a FIA approved carbon composite crash structure and a carbon fiber monocoque, which is the first to be homologated without, any type of metal. And this might actually be the last naturally aspirated V12 we ever see from Lamborghini. And now it's time for us to get to the meat of the meal, the reason why you came to watch this video. And if you made it this far into the video, I'd like to thank you. I appreciate everyone that comes and watch these episodes. I want to do more of them. And the more you guys watch, the more I get motivated to do these things. So thank you very much. And on to my final choices. And first, we're going to go with the buy. And the people that watch all these episodes know I usually go with the most conservative pick. But this time, I'm going with that Bugatti Bolide, because you cannot beat 310 miles per hour or 1,800 horsepower and 1,800 pound-feet of torque for basically a 1-to-1 ratio. You cannot beat it. None of these other cars have anything that remotely comes close to that. And the design is nothing we've seen come from Bugatti in a long time. When you see it, you don't even think that's a Bugatti. You think that's a spaceship. It's just so different that I wouldn't even dream to pick anything else over it. And it's a 1-to-1, which means it is priceless. So there's not enough money out there to make me sell it, which comes to the sell, and it's gonna be that Essenza SCV12. And I know what people are thinking. Of course, he's selling a Lamborghini. He hates Lamborghini. Always talking down on them. Always talking about how much he loves Ferrari, but never says anything about Lamborghini. And listen, I don't hate Lamborghini whatsoever. As a matter of fact, a Lamborghini Diablo was my dream car when I was a kid. That was the car I always envisioned myself getting when I made it on a bigger level. And I never made it to that level. But if I did have the money, I would get that Diablo I always dreamed of. It's just that for $2 or $3 million, I can't see myself investing in a car that I literally cannot keep. I can get a camera to look at it, but I can't, show it off to my friends. Like, come to my garage, look what I got. I had to be like, yo, come to my laptop or look on my phone. Look, this is my expensive to run, expensive to own Lamborghini that isn't at my house. I can't justify that type of expense, and I really couldn't live with it. If the situation was a little different, maybe, but I still couldn't pick that as a everyday type of track car, or over the more limited production, crazier number Bugatti, which leads us to the destroyed, and that would be the Porsche. I'm talking about so many track miles that the engine would need to be replaced. I'm talking hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of miles on this particular car, and I think it could do it. And this will be more affordable to run than either car, seeing that it doesn't even cost $1 million. It might cost $1 million on the second-hand market, but buying directly from Porsche, not even close. And I think I would be able to run this out of all the track cars out there. this would be the most affordable to run, more affordable than the Ford GT, more affordable than the Dino Pure Sport, any of those cars, any of the XXX, XFXK, Ferraris, any of them. Maybe the only one that would be cheaper is a 599 FXXK. That would probably be the only one that's cheaper. And I don't know anybody that's even selling those to people. The people love them that much, but this would be the most affordable for me to run. I think even getting tires would be more affordable than getting some of the Pirellis for that crazy Lamborghini and some of the Michelins that go for that crazy Bugatti. And I'm saving 2 or 3 million, maybe even more, by selling that Lamborghini, which means I can run my Porsche basically forever and still get to look at that amazing looking Bugatti without even having to throw it on the track. And if you know track weapons, I love to see these weapons being used. If on this game, buy one, sell one, destroy one. I'm always trying to destroy a car on the track at the end, and not putting it in the crusher like that first episode, which was pretty entertaining, even though I didn't really get to put one in the crusher. But hey, it is what it is. Maybe I'll get the opportunity to do one of these with the actual cars. Maybe not $1 million cars, but a couple street legends, something that modded that I can get my hands on. If anybody knows where I can get something like that cooking with 3 sports cars, let me know. Hook me up. I promise you won't forget it or regret it. But yeah, I want to bring this episode of Buy One, Sell One, Destroy One to a close. If you had the opportunity, what cars would you buy, sell, and destroy? And tell me what you think about my choices. Would you agree with that or disagree with it? I kind of gave it some thought and kind of been biased since I kind of decided I was gonna do this. It really wasn't a debate. I really go with my gut when it comes to these things. My gut is telling me, yeah, buy the Bugatti, sell the Lambo, drive the hell out of the Porsche. And yeah, if you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, dislike the video. If you want to see what I got planned next, come see what I got planned next. Got a lot of stuff for this channel. Really want you guys to be there with me. And with that said, I'll catch you later.